Landon Sidun has been committed to the Nittany Lions for almost a year, and now he is more certain than ever that Penn State is the perfect place for him to continue his wrestling career.
You are Locked On Nittany Lions, your daily podcast on the Penn State Nittany Lions. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
My name is Zach Seiko, your host as always, and Penn State wrestling fans, welcome into another exclusive interview here on the show. I'm privileged to have back for a third time. Third time's a charm. He must really like the podcast. Landon Sidun, Penn State Wrestling 2027 commit. He's a lightweight. One of the best lightweights in the entire country, one of the best pound-for-pound prospects in the entire country, near the Pittsburgh area, and he's coming back on the show to give us an update, to explain to us how he is a different wrestler going into his senior season, right? Because we had him on before his commitment, after the fact when he committed to Penn State, and now almost a year later, what's changed? What's new? Landon's going to tell us all about it, how he's changed his approach, how he's been able to connect with Penn State a lot more since his commitment, getting to go up there and train there. So how is he better? The adversity that he had to deal with in injury and jumping right back into elite competition and dominating right out of the gate, having an 82 match winning streak broken and having to bounce back in time for the Pennsylvania State tournament where he won another state title, and how close he is with this class of 2027. There's a ton of information to catch up with him about. So let's not waste any more time here. Here's that exclusive interview with Penn State Wrestling 2027 commit, Landon Sidun. Ladies and gentlemen, Penn State Wrestling 2027 commit, Landon Sidun. Landon, thank you so much for coming back on the show. This is your third appearance. Thank you for being here once again.
Thanks for having me again. Always great time. Love getting to talk to everyone, especially with the Nittany Lions and everything.
Yeah, we got a lot to catch up on here because the last time we did connect, it was almost 9 months ago to when you announced your commitment, and we talked to you as an uncommitted recruit. But everybody probably wants to know, including myself, since the last time you were on the show, what has changed? What has gone on since the last time that we got to talk, and now that you had a full season of wrestling under your belt?
Everything even got better choosing Penn State. It made my decision even more clear, especially getting to be with the coaches more than just a couple months getting to talk to them. Now it's been almost a year now talking to them, and man, what great guys. I don't want to be around anyone else. It's just, and even now I get to go up there and practice more. I live close enough to go up there and practice and kind of building relationships with everyone up there. And it's just been great, man. If you want to win, you got to be in that room. It's just, you can just tell, you go in there, it doesn't, the littlest things, you just keep getting better and better. And think being surrounded by like-minded people that want the same goals you do, which Penn State, everyone in a room, expectation is the win. So it's awesome to be around those people, and it just makes everyone get better and better.
Does it feel different competing now that everyone knows you're a Penn State commit? When you went through this past season, this past cycle, was there kind of a different feeling to all of it?
To be honest, I didn't think about it at all. Just in the moments, it's still the same wrestling match to me. Doesn't matter. But it's kind of cool and grateful though. You think about it when I'm man, I'm out here. I get to do what I want. I'm out here competing very well, and I'm getting to where I want to be. So what I'd say was it didn't change how I took the approach to matches. It's just didn't make me nervous, anything like that, being I'm committed to here. I got to hold up this standard. I feel like if I stay on the same track I've been, the effort and everything I put out, I'll be in line with that target.
How have you changed personally, not just as a wrestler and as a competitor, but as a person? How do you feel like you are you more confident, maturity? What all would you say about who you are as a person?
I'd say after the wrestling season, this season, I seen some change just in my wrestling wise and maturity, not maturity wise. I just feel I'm finally filling out to my size and everything like that. Just wrestling's been clicking. I've been thinking, I've been living in a room more than I ever have. I thought last season I was doing a lot before everything but this season I took it to a whole nother level. I know haven't seen me compete in a while, but man, I can't wait to see it come back out. I've been wrestling with everybody. I've been taking like big strides. I just really clicking this summer. I'm really excited to see how I come out. But I'd say the biggest change with me this summer is like I took my wrestling to another level. I was always like just fast. I was good at getting to my certain stuff. Kind of just got a lot more tools in the toolbox now. I've been working on. And it's just been a great summer.
And we talked about it at the top of the show here. You've had time to live with this decision. And you mentioned getting to go to practice and being around future coaches, future teammates. What specifically was there something? Was there a moment, or was there like an aha moment that confirmed that Penn State was the right choice for you? What was it about being there and getting to train more with the group?
You go in the room with everybody in there, and man, like being a kid, you're going in there like this guy's like anyone you can think of, they have things. But you go in there and they talk to the high school kids and everyone just like they're the same level. And like when you're around that people that are so high level, but they still want to just learn from everyone and help as much, and not just like that's just such a great place to be. And it's so comfortable being in there. And it's so easy just to learn and get better. Like you can learn, everyone in there is to help everybody. It's just everyone's such a high level with that too, that it's just like it's bred success. It's awesome.
How has your relationship with the Penn State coaching staff developed over time? You seem pretty close with the coaches as it is. That's understood. That's a given there. But are the conversations different now? You said they treat everyone just the same. The commits, the future, the present. What would you say about that relationship with the coaches?
I'm just thankful for it. These guys are great, but like now they knew me from wrestling. Just like when we last on the show, like they see me wrestle. We met a few times, but now we see each other a lot. Like we know each other like more personally, like what I'm into besides wrestling and everything. It's just everything isn't almost a wrestling topic anymore. I could text somebody like, "Hey, look what I'm doing today," like stuff like this. Now it's awesome to be like that now. But man, I could talk wrestling all day though with those guys. It's so awesome. Like the standard they've seen everything. Like back saying the over the past 9 months, how it's changed is I could text any one of those coaches and have a conversation that's not wrestling. It's just great to be around. Not nervous to text them about anything. It's just great to be around, and just I really like our how the situation is.
I when you watch, what have you learned from studying Penn State's current lightweights and being around them? Whether that's Luke Lilledahl, Marcus Blaze, and feel free to share, who you are training with the most and what you picked up on the most. But are there any specific habits, attacks, approaches that maybe you've even started incorporating into your game?
Yeah, I wrestled all the lightweights you can in a room. Just I feel like those guys, they bring a whole, like just watching them all compete, like they bring that level of intensity. They're all alert. They're staying in great position. Man, I'll study all the Penn State guys just to like I'll go watch a duel and see what these guys are doing. I'll go back to practice and try it myself. And like I really like doing that. It's been helping a lot. But I'd say these lightweights are doing really good at Penn State. At Final X, you got Marcus won. It's awesome to see that. You seen Luke was in the finals. It's just there's so many guys in there with they're wrestling at the highest you can. Like there's not a stage higher than they are right now. And then like there's no other place you'd rather be with the two best training partners you can.
Have you gotten to go up against Masa Ono?
I've practiced with them. It's pretty cool, man. Just watching, like you seen him wrestle all the freestyle stuff, and you're like, cool. He's from Japan. Just, it's awesome.
Let's talk more about what you've accomplished over this past season. It resulted in a state title, but definitely a lot of mountaintops to overcome, adversity to go through during your sophomore season, because your postseason had ended due to a broken hand. And then on your comeback, I mean, you after 8 months, you returned and went to who's number one, and then defeated Rockland Zinkin, who's one of the best prospects in this most recent recruiting class here. How much did missing the postseason back there, if you to go all the way back to that point. I feel like that's ancient history at this point. But what did that do for your mentality to kind of go through that adversity earlier in your high school career? And coming up next on this exclusive interview, Landon's going to tell us about the adversity he faced with the injury, having an 82 match streak broken, and what it was like to wrestle some of the best competition over this past year. That is coming up next here on Locked On Nittany Lions. And today's episode is brought to you by The Game. Since 1986, The Game has been creating classic college hats that fans are actually proud to wear. Whether you're an alumnus, a current student, season ticket holder, or simply someone who just never misses a game, a great college hat is more than just apparel. It's a way to represent your school wherever you go. This year, The Game is celebrating its 40th anniversary by giving fans a chance to save on some of their most iconic college hats. If you've been thinking about replacing an old favorite or adding a new one to your collection, now is the perfect time. A classic college hat is something you can wear year-round, whether you're heading to the game, you're running errands, or you're just showing your school pride. And if you wear a Penn State hat out, you know you're going to get a "We Are" somewhere along the way. With hundreds of officially licensed college hats to choose from, you'll find the perfect fit for game day and every day. Don't miss the chance to celebrate 40 years of The Game with 40% off your entire order. Visit thegamecaps.com and use promo code Locked On at checkout. That's thegamecaps.com, promo code Locked On. Celebrate 40 years of The Game with 40% off. But do not wait. The anniversary offer will not last forever.
It really showed me like how much this sport means to me. Like sitting back watching it hurt. Like, man, like you don't realize and what it's like until you don't have it. Like I wrestled all those months, like every week. Man, I'm getting ready to train for the state title run, and just boom, it's done. It's a good thing it happened though, to be honest. It really made me push down and figure out how much I really love the sport and like how much I'm really willing to put into it. And man, I just gained so many levels. Just I'd say off that, just mean wanting to come back, watching so much video. It's just I'm still excited that I'm back wrestling, knowing what that feeling's like being sitting out.
And when you finally got back to the competition and right out of the gate, you're thrown into the gauntlet, but you were ready for that kind of challenge. What do you think you needed to prove to yourself in that moment or leading up to it?
I knew what I could do. I knew how good I was practicing and everything, but there was questions because haven't seen me wrestle in 8 months, so it was like, it was cool. That was my first. I committed to Penn State a couple days before I went out wrestled who's number one. It was cool to kind of show the fans like what do you see in me and what I can bring to the table. But I was just excited to compete again. I remember it was a close match at Doc B. I got to like, man, I got the best challenge I can when I come back, and it was a great night to come back and show what I can do when I'm firing on all cylinders, feeling good and everything. But yeah, I just say the hunger to come back was really drove me.
Different kind of adversity here. Injuries, of course, are its own obstacle and its own beast to overcome. You were at one time carrying an 82 match winning streak, which is already impressive as it is. And then it was broken at the regional tournament. So you went essentially almost nearly 2 full seasons without losing before that point. What was your immediate reaction in that moment, with how much you want to share about, the moment that you learned from, because you ultimately responded in the best way possible?
To be honest, I didn't know I won that many matches in a row. I see like someone tell me that after. I'm like, man, I can't believe I actually did that many matches in a row. It didn't feel like that when you're wrestling through the seasons and everything. But no, this season I wrestled great at the beginning season. Kind of got at the end of the season, kind of wrestling hard. Kind of got banged up a little bit. Wasn't wrestling my best from like the beginning of February on, dealing with the little things and stuff like that. But loss is a part of sport. Only person that hasn't lost is Kale. So it's like, it's like, but like, big thing of it. Like, I remember when I lost, they sent me a text, like they know that that guy, like just stuff happens. But, be honest, I really didn't think too much of it. I knew I knew I had next week to come back, and I'm not the type to flip out. I knew the changes had to make for the next week, not making excuses on what happened during that match. There's a couple of things that could have happened, like points, but grand scheme of it, who's going to remember my high school regional final match? But like, it's to me, I'm just out there to have a good time, and I love the sport that much that I know loss is a part of it that no one can not too many people can stop it. So it's just like, if it happens, I know I got a lot better just off of that. So yeah, loss. I don't fear loss, but I don't I'm not like not worried about going out losing. Loss happens, but I'm definitely not going out to lose. You know what I'm saying?
And clearly that's the case because again, it resulted in another state title there. Talk about the kind of the overall over the course of your career, your freshman season, the way that you finished with one state title, and then obviously the adversity with the sophomore season, but then to come back and then having that loss in the regionals, you get that second individual title. So what can you say about that whole experience overall? And would you say the second state title felt, how did it feel different from the first one?
I don't know. It's just I feel like the wrestling in Giant Center is it's always awesome. It doesn't matter who's standing across from you, how old you are. I know as a freshman, everyone was like, "Oh, look, this freshman's in there." Um, Man, I still look at myself like I got a challenge. I got to go against every time I go out there. Not like a man slows you down challenge. Just like I know what I can do in a practice room. I know the level of standard I can push myself to, and I just want to be able to show the standard I believe I can do. But no, I'd say they both felt equal to me. Winning a PA state title is awesome. It's weird, like not many people can say that, which is just it's awesome to be in that state that man, like people you don't even know like around locally, they're just as good as the national guys in PA. It's just like it's cool to be like that, but back to it. Oh, it's weird. The PA state title and PA is so tough. The kid I wrestled in the state finals got fourth in my section bracket. In the first
Wow.
to take. It's cool. But
Yeah.
like yeah, but I just say they're both equal. It's a PA state title. It's just super exciting to get those.
Let's talk about your wrestling technique again. We went over it kind of in the first group of topics in this interview, but for someone that a Penn State fan that, yeah, they know about your commitment, but they haven't gotten the chance to watch any of your highlights or watch some of your matches. What would you say stands out about your approach on the mat? What would you say about what they're going to watch when Landon gets to wrestle?
I feel like I'm pretty exciting, a high scoring guy. I like to get my takedowns. I like to get some turns on top. I don't like the slow 1 point matches. I like to go out there and almost just put on a show. Like I like scoring points. More points you can score is funner, takedowns and stuff like that. But yeah, expect a guy that's gonna come out. He's gonna be ready to go from the whistle till the end.
When it comes to that, because and that's a common theme here with Penn State wrestling commits, fellow Penn State wrestlers, right? Is that it's about pace and it's about scoring and that exciting kind of offense that you mentioned here. What creates that pace? Is it preparation? Is it conditioning, confidence in your attacks, or is it something else that I didn't name? And still to come in this exclusive interview, Landon's going to tell us how he is a different wrestler going into his senior season, what the plans are for his weight class and where he will wrestle in the future, and how close he is already with this class of 2027 for the Nittany Lions. That is coming up next here on Locked On Nittany Lions. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Baseball fans, if you think you know who's hitting a homer today, FanDuel is giving you a free chance to call your shot with daily dingers. It's easy to play. Just make your free pick for who you think will hit a homer in their game. And if you're right, you're going to receive a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. Best of all, you can make a free pick every day throughout the Major League Baseball season. Daily Dingers is another fun way to stay engaged with every day's games. Whether you're following your favorite team or you're just keeping an eye on matchups across the league, every game has someone capable of going deep. Now you get the chance to make your prediction before first pitch. Sometimes it's a hitter who's been on a hot streak, a favorable pitching matchup, or even a ballpark that tends to give up home runs. Those are always the first things that I look at before making my daily dingers pick. So, are you ready to play your game today? Join all the action at fanduel.com. That is fanduel.com to play daily dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer. Play ball and swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official partner of Major League Baseball.
I'd say it's just knowing what you want to do and just executing it. It's like almost like free out there, just doing what you train and practice. Just finding a way to have fun. I know that's what I made a big difference over this summer. Is just I got a lot better just with being loose, trying stuff, learning a lot of things, and just going out there and trying it. But like not just going out there recklessly. You're going out there, you're getting to your setups and stuff like that. But you're having just fun out there. Like you're just out there to score points. At the end of the game, at the end of the day, it's a sport, it's a game. And I'm just trying to it's like almost mastering your craft almost. Like how good can you really get at something? But like if you don't love it, you're not going to be fully invested to be as good as the guy that's loves it as much as I am. I have a hard time. I know a lot of people love the sport. I don't know if anyone loves it as much as I do. Like I just really love this sport, and I just feel like it's just growing lately. Everything about it.
What part of your wrestling is much better than fans might realize because it doesn't always show up in the highlights or watching a match back?
I'm really stingy. Someone gets on my legs or something like that. I'll fight tooth and nail not to give that up. Even in a practice room, it's just like a competitive guy. Like I never like just lay down and give one up. Like that's not me. I'll fight it as long as I can, and if you take me down, I'll get up and I guarantee I'll be still wrestling the same as I was before, just coming back. But yeah, I'd say my defense is pretty good too. Like they get to my legs, no, I can usually sprawl out, get them off, and just get back on my offense.
With what you're able to share at this point, and plans are always going to change depending on what's best in the moment, but what can you share with your current plans going into your senior season as far as your weight, and what you and the coaches have potentially discussed about your future weight going into college? What's the plan so far, if there is one that you can share?
I'll probably wrestle up this year. It's not like I couldn't make that weight again, 120. It's just don't need to anymore. I kind of did it for the team last year. We had like a solid high school team. Like we made it to the state finals, which is cool. No one's never even made it to the state tournament as a team. Then we made the finals, which is awesome. But no, I'll probably wrestle 26 or whatever. The PA weights just change and like whatever it is. I'll do that one. No, but I definitely see myself as a 25 because I wake up most mornings 130 or below. So it's like the highest I ever seen was like like I never got above like 31 or something. Like I don't know, as long as I check, but like I'm not a big guy. I definitely see myself as a 20 pounder. I guarantee after I don't even check my weight anymore. If I check myself after practice, I bet I'm getting pretty close to that weight. So no, we haven't talked about like what certain weight they need me at, but I see myself as wrestling 125.
Let's talk about this Penn State 2027 class. I mean, this is an incredible group. This is an elite group. Guys like Gray Burnett, who are close to your weight, but then other guys like Clinton Shepard. How closely have you gotten to know some of the other fellow Penn State commits in your class?
I've always seen them at tournaments growing up, even like what the youth duels and everything like that. But no, when I see them, it's awesome. When you talk about it, excited. These are guys I'm going to be spending my college career with, so it's good to be comfortable with everyone, have grow relationships. So when we get there, it's not awkward or anything. But no, I'm just super excited. These are all great guys to be with. We're going to do some great things, I believe.
What should excite Penn State fans about the future of Penn State wrestling? Because they already this program already operates at the high level that it does, absolute dominance. But how does this 2027 group intend to keep that going?
I believe these high school guys keep getting better and better. I feel like you see a lot of these high school guys now, they're beating these college guys, these senior level guys. I just feel like wrestling at wrestling's like standard now is a lot higher than it was before when you're wrestling in high school. So I feel like these guys are gonna come in ready, even if like these guys are gonna be ready to compete right away.
You have one, this is your senior season. You have one high school season remaining. What does a successful senior year look like beyond simply just, hey, go out there, win another state title? What does success look like to you here?
Um, I wanna I wanna hopefully do with no blemishes this season, but like I said, losses are it's just part of the sport. Everyone people take losses. It's not like you lose a wrestling match. I was just lucky enough I had next week to come back and rewrite the wrong of that. But no, I want to go out there and really show what this summer's done. Like felt like I was wrestling really good last summer. But man, this summer I put in some serious work. Been wrestling with great guys all the time. I've been wrestling with like Nico Magaludis all the time. Me and him are few old Penn State guy. Then I wrestled with Luke Pletcher a lot too. Also another great guy. It's just man, I just feel like I've been doing really great things this summer. I'm excited to show it. Took my wrestling to another level rather than like the same old game plans I was doing before, like just going in, rushing shots, just doing that. I got a lot more technical and I got a lot more tools now.
As we wrap up here, I have not necessarily a question, but a finish the sentence to wrap up our interview. Excuse me, the version of Landon Sidun that eventually arrives at Penn State will be.
I'm training every day to make sure I'm ready to go. I'm doing my best, not just for that reason. I just want to see how great I can become at wrestling, and I want to be able to max out what I can do. That's what I'm doing every day. I'm not. I find a way that I can get better, and it's not like it's man, I got to go do this. Man, I'm excited to even get up that I got to go lift in the morning because I know what I can do, what it's going to do for me and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to do my best, and I believe I'm on the right path. I want to be the best I can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Penn State Wrestling 2027 commit Landon Sidun joining us here for the third time. Really, it is truly a privilege. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining us on this exclusive interview. Hey, I want to let everybody know, if you want to keep up with Landon's journey, his senior season, everything that he's doing with the sport of wrestling, links to all where you can follow him on social media and how to keep up with him will be down in the description. I highly encourage you to go check them out. Landon, you've now become a regular on the show. It's always great to chat with you. Appreciate you talking about your journey, what's new, sharing with us your perspective on the sport. Thank you so much, and can't wait to have you back on the show in the not too distant future.
Yeah, I'd love to come back. It's always great to be around you guys. I love being able to connect with my future. Like, I'm gonna wrestle for Penn State. I want the fans to know who I am rather than just see me go out and wrestle one match a week. So it's cool that they can see how I think and just hopefully know more about me rather than just wrestling.